giving you the look, look.
Great. You can all get seated now. Thank you very much. Dear graduates, dear family members and friends of our graduates, thank you for taking your places. I can't begin to explain how delighted we are to see you all here together. And likewise, hello to everyone watching from home. Thank you for joining and watching your loved one graduate. Welcome to our 9th IPCOM graduation ceremony at this beautiful location in the city center of Rotterdam, where we reflect on the years that led our graduates here and celebrate their achievements by officially handing them their diplomas. My name is Indira Gerards. I'm the program coordinator at IPCOM, and I've been with these graduates behind the scenes arranging the practical organization of their studies, and so I'd like to briefly mention a few practical housekeeping matters before we get started. We kindly request you to please turn your phones on silent or to the do not disturb mode for the duration of the ceremony. Our photographer, Rich, will be taking photos throughout the ceremony and send them to our graduates as soon as possible. Now, to our guests sitting in the back, feel free to take pictures from where you are as well, that's no problem. Make sure that everyone can enjoy the view though, so please remain seated also when taking pictures. To our graduates in royal blue caps and gowns, we ask to keep your phones in your pocket or in your bag to prevent having smartphones in your photos as you enjoy the ceremony. And remember to smile. And after the ceremony, there will be time for more photo moments in the foyer to make sure you can capture this very special day. Now, without further ado, I would like to give the word to Dr. Mark Verboort, head of the Media and Communication department. And while he walks toward the stage, I would say sit back, relax, and enjoy your IPCOM graduation ceremony.
Dear all, it is a pleasure to welcome you and to have the privilege to address you on this special occasion, our annual IPCOM graduation ceremony, to which all of you have contributed in one way or the other. That is why I would like to start with a few words of thanks. First of all, of course, I wish to thank our graduating students who 3 or 4 years ago had the courage to start with our challenging program and who had both the intellectual abilities and the perseverance to successfully complete it. Second, I wish to thank our students' parents, families, and friends for supporting them all this time, up to this day of graduation. Third, I wish to thank our wonderful IPCOM faculty and support staff for their creativity, flexibility, and commitment, and for being such excellent lecturers and advisors to our students. Special thanks to the founding dean of IPCOM, Susanne Jansen, who made so much possible. Standing here and seeing you all today makes me feel content and proud. As lecturer in one of the first courses you took in IPCOM, Introduction to Social Science Research, I can see how much you have grown. Coming in fresh from high school, at least most of you, with curiosity, ambition, and talent, the first months in academia are always exploratory, often challenging, and maybe sometimes a bit awkward. I remember this from my own studies way back when. But, like traveling in other cultures, you discover the locale, you connect to your travel mates, and start easing in. And then the experience truly starts, and you develop your talents. Doing a bachelor's is a journey that asks a lot. As lecturers, we realize that. But hopefully, it was also rewarding and exciting. Teaching you was definitely rewarding and exciting. Although the journey is completed now, I know this is just the start of new journeys for all of you. But before we let you go, we take this time today to look back. Did IPCOM give you a special journey? Of course, you need to decide that for yourself. We hope you have experienced it like that. But let me share with you and your family and friends how we envisioned IPCOM to be a special program. First, we wanted IPCOM to be a truly international program, which not only means teaching in English, but also an international curriculum that pays ample attention to the international and intercultural dimensions of communication and media, a cosmopolitan learning environment in which our students could advance their ability to relate to people from different cultures, and a multicultural classroom, meaning that both our students and our faculty and staff come from places across the world. And even more importantly, that they have an international outlook and respect cultural diversity of ideas and perspectives. That our program indeed stands out as an international program was confirmed by the accreditation organization of the Netherlands and Flanders, the NVAO, which awarded IPCOM the distinctive quality feature internationalization a few years ago. Looking at the 106 students who will receive their diploma today, the faculty and the staff who serve them as their lecturers and advisors, the subjects and skills covered in the IPCOM curriculum, the internships the students have completed, and the research they conducted for their bachelor's thesis, I think it's fair to say that we have indeed succeeded in establishing a truly international program. Let me illustrate this with a few facts and figures. About 51% of our IPCOM alumni since the beginning of IPCOM hold a non-Dutch nationality. Among this 9th group of IPCOM graduates, more than 40 different nationalities are represented. About half of our student population are internationals or have a dual nationality, and our IPCOM community is currently home to people from 97 different countries. I should note that not only our students, but also our IPCOM lecturers come from many different countries and in many cases receive their PhD training outside their country of origin. Moreover, all our lecturers are active and productive researchers with a strong international orientation. Fortunately, like our faculty and like the students who graduated last year, today's group of IPCOM's graduates has not only an international background, but also a strong international outlook This is apparent, among other things, from the bachelor thesis projects, but also from the high proportions of students who go on exchange or do their internship abroad in IPCOM. The percentages shown here give a pre-corona impression of how our students take as many opportunities as they can to gain more international experience. Apart from our international basis, we also envisioned IPCOM as a state-of-the-art academic program, which strikes the right balance between theory, research, and practice. Primarily, we want to teach our students an academic habitus, because it is precisely these academic qualities that are needed in jobs on an academic and a professional level. In the same vein, our program pays attention to the development and perfection of important skills and attitudes for the later career. Writing and presentation skills, analytical skills, social scientific research skills, intercultural competencies, sensitivity to the position and ideas of others, and last but not least, an independent, critical, and constructive attitude. Through several elements in the IPCOM program, students are encouraged to develop themselves when it comes to professional practice. For example, through the required internship, which helps them connect their coursework with the professional world and develop their professional networks. But also through courses and workshops, and through listening to guest speakers from a variety of relevant fields, who present their views on the labor market in communication and media and discuss the issues that they consider key to acquiring and fulfilling particular positions or internships in their field. We hope that all of this has inspired our students throughout IPCOM to reflect and evaluate and consider what direction they want to go into upon completing the program. Being a highly selective program enables us to create an international, multicultural classroom and gives us the opportunity to select the most motivated and talented students. Looking at the students who will receive their diploma today, I can wholeheartedly say that we indeed succeeded in attracting ambitious, high-caliber students. We are very grateful for your constructive and critical mindset and for your generous feedback and support, which helped us to further develop our program and make all kinds of improvements. Over the years, on average, 80% of our students who received a positive binding study advice graduate within 3 years, and 90% within 4 years. Compared to most other bachelor programs in the Netherlands, the percentage of IPCOM students who successfully complete their first year is very high, as is the proportion of students who manage to complete the program within the designated time frame of 4 years, or 3 years. Last but not least, we envisioned a program which would provide students with a sound basis for a variety of advanced studies and careers within and beyond the field of media and communication. We see that most IPCOM graduates continue their studies directly by enrolling in a master's program. Others start their career directly, or may go back to university later for a master, or take time for other activities, such as a gap year, or diving into another field of study. Our students appear indeed capable of gaining access to all kinds of master programs within and beyond the field of communication and media. We are, of course, delighted that many of today's graduates chose to continue their studies at Erasmus University, notably at our own school, the Erasmus School of History, Culture and Communication, or at the School of Management, or Social Sciences. But we are equally happy that many of our students have taken the opportunity to continue their studies at another university, in the Netherlands or elsewhere. We are even more thrilled that many of our graduates have been able to make a successful start on the labor market. Looking at the first cohorts of IPCOM graduates, we find that many of them have already started their careers in various specialized communication jobs in different fields, including marketing, management, sales, corporate communications, public relations, international communications, government, public affairs, education, journalism, and the media and entertainment industries, to mention a couple. So here we are, at the end of the IPCOM journey, but at the start of more journeys coming up. Congratulations to all of you who will receive their Bachelor of Science degree today. Whether you decided to stay with us, transfer to another university, begin your career, or take a gap year, I would like to say a few final words. First of all, I wish to congratulate all of you with your academic accomplishments, and to thank you once more for your invaluable contribution to the academic quality and vibrancy of IPCOM. The lecturers and staff of our program are very proud of you and your achievements, and we hope that you also take pride in being an IPCOM graduate. We realize that the COVID-19 pandemic has made things tougher in the past year. We realize that. All the more reason to be proud to be standing here today, I would say. We hope that you enjoyed and appreciated your time at IPCOM. And we also hope that you will put the knowledge and skills you mastered at IPCOM, but also the energy and the enthusiasm we saw from you throughout the years, to good use in your future studies, careers, and personal lives, but also to make this a better world for future generations. We hope that you will always cherish the friends and the memories you have made during the IPCOM years, and that you will occasionally come back here in the years to come to share your stories, experiences, and life lessons with us and with each other. We wish you all the best for the future. And as I leave the stage for you here to enjoy the rest of the ceremony, we're going to take a look at your fellow graduate, Cecilia Arroyo, who made a speech about her memories and reflections on a time in IPCOM. Thank you.
Hello, fellow IPCOM graduates, teachers, staff, family, and friends. My name is Cecilia, and I'm here filming this for you today because many people chose me as the student that represented the IPCOM spirit. Not sure why that was. I was in the IPCOM's program, also on the IPCOM's honor program, and all 3 years in IPCOM magazine, first as a writer, then editor-in-chief, and then designer. I was an ambassador for our studies on the New Fashion Society's board, and also a student representative of the ESHCC Faculty Council. That being said, I think I met most of you, and if I haven't, then I blame the pandemic, because I'm sure that I would have met all 270 students by now if I had it my way. But back to us, all IPCOM graduates. We're here to celebrate an incredible accomplishment. We finished our bachelor's, and as the IPCOM spirit, I would love to remind you of some of the things and the highlights of our bachelor years at Erasmus University. Let's go back to our introduction week, shall we? Some attended Eureka Week, found the joy of Rotterdam nightlife, ESN Tuesday nights, and also the lovely weather of the Netherlands. A lot of mascara was running those days. Some just left home for the first time, some of us a bit longer, but I believe everyone felt that sense of freedom, expectation, and possibility. The same energy that we all felt on the Thiels lecture hall during our introduction. A feeling that it's almost palpable and electric, that I'm sure that you can feel now too. We met Indira, Evelyn, inspiring lecturers, IP companions, and each other. We sat down with people that would be by our side countless moments of laughter, nerves, and excitement. We shared toasties and Starbucks coffees, and complicit stares at the ground floor of Van der Groot as the pressure of the exams crept in. Study dates at the library and Pollack, and the growth of friendships and relationships. We bonded through our shared experience, through memes about Etienne's IGZ lectures, and our common agreement that the G building is the worst building on campus, even though I am sure that now some people will miss it time to time. Some of us got to see another shade of each other while working on our pitches for honors, by laughing and singing Chicken Fried in the streets of Brussels, while Isabel was getting lost yet again. By having our first ever online meeting for the second part of the honors program with Maike. I will always look back to our days at the IPCOM honors program with nostalgia and warmth, especially to my group and closest friends, Sarah, Barbara, Kat, and Donia. Thank you all for being the best team I could ever hope for. IPCOM created its own world within Erasmus University, making internationality and acceptance its proudest waving flags, making us all part of something that is special and unique, labored by the work of many people and put in practice by our lecturers and by us. IPCOM gave us the space to discover ourselves and our talents, from amazing performers on the IPCOM Awards, talented writers and illustrators on IPCOM magazine, public speaking giants, Photoshop enthusiasts, copywriters. We all got the opportunity to share and blossom our skills and qualities. I am amazed at how much creativity and inspiration I witnessed, how you can paint a picture with words like cat and alley, how just a word can inspire a world of colors and aesthetics with Rose, Anano's videographing skills, the incredible voices of Barbara and Maria, Bo's charismas, and so many others that if I would continue, Indira would take the microphone away from me. These past 3 years were not only about academic growth. I believe that everyone in this room grew in many ways, developed themselves into young professionals and beautiful human beings that are empathetic and grounded, people that can assume different points of view, that can lift others, and that will do great things. Of course, I cannot speak of the 2021 graduates and ignore the elephant in the room. Yes, coronavirus. Whether this was by far the most shocking and life-changing world phenomenon that we went through in our generation, it had a significant effect on this specific graduate group and helped me define what being a 2021 IPCOM graduate means to me. I believe the word that resonates the most with this year's graduates of IPCOM is resilience. Resilience, noun. The capacity to recover quickly from difficulties, or the ability to spring back into shape, elasticity. Then why resilience? Because in a moment when the world stopped and stood still in chaos and uncertainty, we all kept going. We kept studying, we adapted and recovered. We mourned our exchange destinations and we made different plans. We adapted and sprung back into shape. We did not stop, and that is worth celebrating and being proud of. We all show immense resilience in these past 2 years, and we are here to celebrate that. So I believe the last thing I have to say to the IPCOM graduates of 2021 is thank you. Thank you for gracing the hallways and rooms of Erasmus University. Thank you for your discussions and your conversations. Thank you for bringing a piece of your culture and share it with us all. Thank you for your presentation, essays, summaries, your time spent studying and doing exams. Thank you for sharing all of this with each other and with me. I hope nothing but success and happiness to us all, and that we may carry a bit of this Erasmus world that is IPCOM further into our lives as a warm memory and practicing all the learnings that it brought to us. Thank you, IPCOM graduates 2021.
walked up a bit too early, but I guess I couldn't wait. Yeah, thank you for having me. Hello, everyone. You're looking even better from up here. Today, I want to talk to you about creativity because it's been, as Cecilia's speech also said, it's been such a big role in our 3 years, or maybe a bit more, in IPCOM. Ever since I can remember, I've had the term creative plastered on my CV under the skills section. And I wouldn't be surprised if I wasn't the only one in a room full of IPCOM graduates. But when pondering upon the subject, I figured I couldn't really point my finger to why I put that term there. Why would I consider myself to be creative, let alone be a creative? Did I put it there on my first ever CV because I had been painting and drawing and doodling ever since I was a child? It's true that I'd always found that I could say things with colors and shapes that I couldn't say any other way, things that I had no words for. And perhaps I put it on a later version because I had been well schooled in art history by then, or because I'd often been told by other people that I was talented at creating art. I sometimes still experience what a friend of mine once called art attacks, a quite overwhelming feeling of having so many creative ideas at once, but not enough time to carry them out. But is that what creativity is all about, and why I thought it would be interesting for my potential future employer to know about me? I never really thought so, so yeah, I couldn't really figure out why I put it there. So the most recent version of my CV made its return as I've been trying to figure out what to do in this big and promising life after IPCOM. And this search has not at all been like how I expected it to be before starting this bachelor, as some of you may recognize. Opting for such a broad study program would give me all the space and time I'd need to find out what I'd actually want to do with my professional career. I would move abroad for a bit, live there and feel alive, and I would get full opportunity to harness my creativity. And as meaningless as it sounds to me, and probably you right now, I did write it down in my first ever motivation letter to pave my way into the program. Yeah, and now here I stand. Years pass by with my diploma within reach and just a few broken expectations. I still doubt virtually every career choice I've made thus far. I never went on exchange due to obvious reasons, but there was one of these expectations that did end up truly resonating with me. My time in IPCOM redefined my preconceived notions of creativity, as well as what it entails, by providing me with opportunities I did not even foresee when starting the program. And one of these became clear to me in the very first year. As I had joined a committee at our Faculty Study Association, ACE, where I contributed to the magazines and online blogs with written articles and digital artworks, many IPCOMers, of which some were to become my friends later on, had joined student-led magazine, IPCOM magazine. And from the outside, it seemed like such a true amalgamation of creativity with teams of writers and bloggers, marketeers and visual artists. And they were just all collaborating to coalesce everything IPCOM into the various IPCOM magazine outlets. And so it happened. In my second IPCOM year, I joined the IPCOM magazine as a writer. The year later, I was its editor-in-chief. And nothing changed about my initial impression of the outlet being inherently creative. I just got to experience and see it from the closest possible point of view. Being part of and contributing to the team synergy as a writer and witnessing how the board back then got completely ambushed by COVID-19 served as a great inspiration for me to stick around. And it was only within my year of editor-in-chief that a new door of creativity opened for me and my fellow board members, as we had to deal with another year of online education and all the consequences that it had. We quickly learned how to collaborate virtually, as did we all during our lessons together. But through it all, we tried to keep our team as closely together as possible while physically being miles apart. And through it all, IPCOM magazine proved to be a creative space that's being brought to life every year by those students who are so willing to pour their own creativity into it. And it wasn't just about the combination of creative skill sets being put together in a team, but rather about the spirit that united us, that allowed our creativity to flow, and that enabled us to realize the steps that we took. I truly believe the magazine is of such value to IPCOM as a study program, and I have no doubt that it will continue to flourish for the coming year with another fantastic editorial board. Besides providing such striking extracurriculars, IPCOM generally expanded the mental borders I initially believed in regarding creativity as a notion of its own. It's not merely about the visual arts or arts in general, but it's a way of thinking, of studying and living. Your thought processes I got to voyage on during our seminars and tutorials that were brimmed with discussion are just one example of the bunch of creative thinkers that we are. Things like these are at the roots of how we've been able to grow together and develop our creativity, and it's truly been an honor. To live a creative life, we must lose our fear of being wrong. Creativity takes courage. You've taught me who the real creatives are and what they're capable of. Let's stay in touch, and I wish you all the best of luck on your future endeavors. May we all be courageous and never remove that seemingly silly phrase from anywhere. It's now time for the moment that we've all been waiting for, the official diploma ceremony. Please welcome Mark Verboort, Head of Department at Communication and Media, for the honorable task of awarding our Bachelor of Science degrees.
Thank you. So now we're going to start. It would have been Jason Pritmore, the Vice Dean of Education, who would have been here, but the personal circumstances, he could not be here, so I'm stepping in here. I would like the students, I'm inviting the students here to come over, stand here. After they receive the diploma, take your picture moment here on the square, and then you can leave the stage over there. First, I would like to ask Karim Ahmed Omar Elotaifi.
I'm guessing this is for me?
This is for you, yeah.
I mean, you never know. They might decide last time. Yeah, not gonna give it then.
Karim, take
So you want me to turn a bit?
Yeah, turn a bit and then you can take your picture. Great. Tarifa Regina Sandiputri Adamus. Hello. Here you go. Congratulations. Anissa Alouch. Nicole Appels. Hello. There you go. Congratulations. Julius Den Arend. Congratulations. Melissa Maria Baltazar Eviles. Here you go. Congratulations. Jan Edward Beker. Zeynep Lara Bayraktar. Here you go. Congratulations. Lotte Maria Elisabeth van Berkel. Here you go. Congratulations. Tanisha Bolor. Here you go. Congratulations. Mathilde Bruno. Here you go. Congratulations. Zaira Sea Bulgaroni. Here you go. Congratulations. Min-yoon Choi. Congratulations. Amy Carla Leni van Krevelt. Here you go. Congratulations. Bente Lilian Willemijn Devenijns. Here you go. Congratulations. Mila Ristova Diankova. You brought your friends. Here you go. Congratulations. Johanna Naomi Eeuwema. Here you go. Congratulations. Carla Marie Verlen. Here you go. Congratulations. Daniel George Fillingham. Here you go. Congratulations. Gabriel Antonio Guerra Sanchez. Here you go. Congratulations. Xaviera Maria Ivy Haan. Here you go. Congratulations. Robin Yil Han. Here you go. Congratulations. Melissa Hang. Here you go. Congratulations. Jai Yu Ai Hartman. Here you go. Congratulations. Brit Henriette Hubers. Here you go. Congratulations. Sofia Luisa Jalowiecka. Here you go. Congratulations. Binta Yamei. There you go. Congratulations. Noah Ace Wakefield Johnston. Here you go. Congratulations. Celine Kirimli. Here you go. Congratulations. Zeynep Kundurachilar. Here you go. Congratulations. Rosanna Lorenzo Marino. Here you go. Congratulations. Josephine Angelica Knapp. Here you go, congratulations. Cindy Oscar Moore. You brought friends? Here you go. Congratulations. Arjun Jaideep Pai. Here you go. Congratulations. Rina Teresa Juliandra Panki. Here you go. Congratulations. Yeah, we can shake hands. It's fine. Arundhati Paniker. Here you go. Congratulations. Selina Josephine Pinchard Denny. Here you go. Congratulations. Maria Cristina Pirvanescu. Laura Stephanie Rodriguez Archiniegas. José Luis Sarmiento Fernandez. Here you go. Congratulations. Johanna Jacoba Cornelia Schipper. Here you go. Congratulations. Rahul Sharma. Here you go, congratulations. Pieter Bastiaan Soels. Here you go, congratulations. Sakshi Bhupendra Taunk. Here you go, congratulations. Martijn Tel. Here you go, congratulations. Esmee Tweeling. Here you go, congratulations. Ana Paula Villarreal Arguelles. Here you go, congratulations. Manchun Wang. Here you go, congratulations. And now we're going to have a little intermezzo. What's it going to be?
Fafra has a very strong analytical skill. I'm saying very because I was very impressed by her, and she never hides it, she knows it herself. When she decided to do a mixed method approach, I already informed her about all the potential difficulties, but she said, I don't want to do anything boring or superficial. I wanted to really enjoy the fun of conducting research. It's really within her talent. She used the mixed method combining topic modeling and content analysis to analyze the corporate social responsibility reporting in 2 sectors in the US. This could have been a very challenging project, but she really delivered the best outcome of it. Her research had clear, interesting results and also very strong relevance to society and to management. I must compliment Fafra for her skills and talents, and I feel like you can achieve a lot of things with all the qualities. And again, you really know all the talents yourself. And I'm so happy that now you already found an internship to start with. I hope that these different kind of journeys will also bring you a lot of fun and enjoyable moments. And I hope all the knowledge that you learned through the IPCOM program will also contribute to your career and help you have a happy life in the future. My best wishes and congratulations to graduating cum laude.
All right, which student is next? Amanda Larwa. Give me a second. Oh, wait, her, yeah. You know, in my 4 or 5 years of being a BA thesis supervisor, no one has come close to making me feel so useless. Look, I'm glad she picked a qualitative thesis because, yeah, I'm a quantitative guy. And I like it when there's some mixture of methods in my students' theses, some quantitative, some qualitative. But I mean, come on. What teacher wants a student who is so independent, so skilled that she hardly needs my help? What? No, I can't be too harsh on her. She did really seem understanding and patient of our predicament when we had our meetings and I tried to give her some thesis advice here and there. I'd like to think some of it helped. Hey, don't laugh. It's not funny. Well, speaking of funny, her work was really cool and different. It was humor as a form of socio-political activism and mass tension resolution, given all the trouble that's happening around the world and in her home country of Chile. I know, right? It starts to open up some really fascinating philosophical discourse. So yeah, I know she was a great student, and I know she'll go on to do great things, but I wonder how many more of her supervisors she's going to frustrate by being so excellent. Okay, I think I'm ready. Wait, what? Were you recording all of that?
Catalina knows what she wants. She's one of the few students who already had a clear research idea. The COVID pandemic was a struggle, but she managed everything with a Zoom smile. Her main topic was authenticity in the beauty industry, an important topic for the academic world, but also for professionals and customers. She stuck to her first research ideas, but spoke to professionals and customers. She doubled the number of interviews, and that made the research very valuable. Her research ideas were great, but gave her lots of work. In a relative short period of time, she moved mountains but did not complain at all. Catalina is an example for her fellow students. She's open, nice to work with, eager, smart and devoted.
It was a pleasure to work with Matt during her thesis. She chose to investigate how autistic females portray themselves and autism on TikTok, and to do so she borrowed theories from disability studies. I think in research like that, it's quite important to understand diversity and also to raise awareness, mainly among young people. And Matt did her research with great care. She showed respect for the people that she was observing, and she also used the theory in a pretty creative manner to interpret her data. I wish Matt keeps the determination and the kindness that she showed along the process, and I also wish her success in her next journey.
So, Mette Moa Olivia Berlung. You want me to put this on? Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
And of course the diploma. Here you go. Catalina Krudu. Want me to put it on? Yeah. And the diploma. Here you go. Congratulations. Amanda Sophia Lara Wal. Yeah, shall I put it on? Here you go. And the diploma. Congratulations. Varvara Mikhailovna Porenchenkova. Beautiful name. Yeah, shall I? Here you go. And your diploma. Congratulations. I think for the message is always for all students, check your diploma to see whether all the information, not now, you can do it later, whether all the information is correct, because if something is not correct, we can have it changed. But so check it when you get home. Then I will leave the stage now for the next part of our ceremony.
usually don't wear heels, but today was more than worth it. I'm very honored to be here. I don't see you, which I hate, because the one thing that I would like is to see your faces and the words "thank you, thank you." And the one thing that I want to tell you is that I have some words here, and they represent many of the feelings that my colleagues also expressed about you. We are so, so proud to see you here. So allow me, of course, I'm going to be reading. And I just lost it, so. Ah. So, what do you think? Is this a commencement speech, or is it a poetry slam? Allow me to dive into it, to find out. You, many of you, in any case, have already seen me monologue in class, lose my focus into current events or pressing issues, or my son, my cooking, the last podcast, that book or that article that incredibly give me comfort and joy. Those of you that have seen me before know how I can forget my words, my theories, those things that I'm supposed to explain, my calm and demeanor, my role, but not my feelings. As a fake Maya Angelou quote that says that people would forget what you say, what you did, but never will forget how you made them feel. The quote is fake. I can place it anywhere, or anywhere but here. And maybe with this you know where I'm going. When I refuse to talk to you about the paraphrases you learned to make, the arguments that you've constructed, the grades that you got, the classes that you attended, the deadlines that you miss, the thesis you survived, the pandemic that invaded you, the life that you have lived so far. I have seen you. For all these years, I've seen you. Sometimes luckily and unsuspecting in a classroom, then on immense online calls, or in an email, or a post, or a story. In all those places and beyond, I have seen you. I'm one of those creeps that observe from the corner of the room your doubts, your victories, big and small, your growth, like cacti, like those orchids in the house of my parents that one day just explode into a craze of flowers, like the holiday lights that we refuse to take away because they give us joy. I've seen you because you have allowed me to see you, because I have had the unique privilege of a front row seat to your freedom. You have performed, maybe unwittingly, in front of me, the magic of transformation, the painful but enormous mountain of growth, the patient and thoughtful and extremely driven act of succeeding. And then today, on your graduation day, when everyone and everything expects you to celebrate before passing from promise to reality, I expect nothing. Nothing but this, because I get to talk to you again, and I must tell you, dear students, dear people, dear absolutely complex and overwhelmingly unique humans, dear teachers of my everyday life, I wish for discomfort in your future. I hope that you doubt many of your steps. I wish that you fall and you embrace your failure. I hope that you lose yourselves in the question of professional and personal life, only to come back, a bit bruised, a bit shocked, probably in discomfort, but healed and proud and powerful, knowing that tears and wears only bring strength and new horizons, embracing the fact that it's only your fury and your rage and your shame what will move you forward. Never content, never fulfilled, never finished. I wish for you to be the most wonderful work of art that finds its uniqueness in mending their wounds and showing their scars, Like a beautiful kintsugi, might time be the gold with which to build your own perfection over your fails? This is not a commencement speech. This is not a poem. This is a prayer. May the universe give you long arms to hug everything that is dear to you, every time that you want to. Clear minds to find a moment to leave what is no longer good, every time that you need to. A strong will to fight what is not right, patriarchy, hate, climate change, discrimination, oblivion, every time. A light heart to enjoy your defeats. A lot of friends to celebrate with you your successes. The right amount of self-rightfulness to figure out that I'm talking with you, not to you. Thank you for listening once more, for being here, for connecting, for allowing me to be just a little part of your story. Now I need to be serious again. Okay, so my task also is to give out the IPCOM Thesis Award. Very elegant. Yes, so I think I have to look at the shortlisted people for this award. Please congratulate your colleagues with an applause. And the shortlisted theses are names. Now, if I butcher the names, allow me, okay? Bárbara Burgués. Aleska Noguera Acevedo. Barba Porechenkova. Jasper Vermeulen. And the winner is of the IPCOM Thesis Award is Bárbara Porechenkova. Because there's something there for you. No, I don't think so.
Dear, it's a great pleasure to celebrate this very special moment with you. Congratulations on receiving the Best Thesis Award. It's an amazing achievement and very well deserved. I must say you are one of the most exceptional students I ever supervised. Starting from our first meeting, you already left a very strong impression. Because when I asked everyone what you want to do with your thesis, You said, I want to do something very different. Being different could mean that you don't know yet what you want to do with your topic, but in your case, you proved it's the opposite. You really delivered your best performance and you studied a very innovative topic in the field of corporate social responsibility. In your research, you conducted a comparative research to look into how companies report their corporate social responsibilities, and you also combined topic modeling, an advanced research method, with qualitative content analysis. I'm sure that my colleague Jay Lee is very happy that this method he taught in one elective course that you finally used in your research, which ended up with a very great piece of work. And for some people, it could be very challenging to even consider about a mixed method research. But for you, you know that you are best at it. It's simply not a question. You just want to do academic research which goes above and beyond the requirements of a bachelor thesis. As what I can recall, all our discussions are really at the scientific level. It's not about how I can get an 8 or 8.5. It's really about why it is meaningful to include this and that factor to make this research more rigorous and more meaningful. So I enjoyed all the discussions we had and all the process throughout the thesis trajectory. I could also recall that you've been really modest with your emails, even though sometimes that you ask a question, you already have an answer in your mind. You still thank me, which of course I appreciate very much for for receiving email like that. And so I want to celebrate this very special moment with you. And as you can tell, I'm having a special hairstyle because every meeting we had, you came with a different hairstyle, which probably tells a little bit about who you are, that you don't want to get bored. You like to challenge yourself and find new things. And I'm sure that quality and all your talents will lead you to a very successful career in the future. And if possible, also consider academia as part of your potential passion for the future because your talent is really shown throughout working on your thesis. You are really good at doing research. So whatever your choice is, I wish you all the best with your future and I enjoyed the time working with you. I hope that we can keep in touch in whatever way and I wish you all the best.
All right, I hope you all enjoyed that. Before we end the ceremony, a few closing matters. On behalf of our professional services team, we want to express how proud we are to see you all here at the end of this incredible 3-year journey. Thank you all for the many lovely memories with your cohort. It was a pleasure seeing you all grow from that first big meeting at Introduction Week, experiencing boot camp with you, moving into internships, courses, exchange where possible, and bachelor thesis. Also on behalf of the academic staff who are not here today, a very big and warm congratulations from all of us on this great achievement. You've been Bachelors of Science for a while now, but today you have received the official documents to prove it. For this last part of the ceremony, in a minute I will ask our graduates to please come up on stage for a group photo. Our photographer will then take 2 pictures, one normal one, and then one where the graduates throw their caps in the air. Guests in the room, please remain seated and enjoy the view as this lovely tradition happens on stage. I will get back to you after the photo has been taken. So for now, graduates, please come up for the photos. Our photographer, Rich, will guide you through the process. All right, that was great. Thanks, everyone. So with this, we've reached the end of our ceremony. Our graduates will now move toward the foyer. The door has been opened for them. Let's give them a few moments to catch their breath, chat with their fellow graduates, and find a spot out there. The photographer will join you as well to take friends and family photos. So graduates, enjoy that moment. And after the photo moment, don't forget to turn in your gown before you leave. And the cap and the tassel on it are yours to keep. It's your souvenir. So thank you very much and have a wonderful rest of your day. The guests will be guided after the graduates have reached the foyer. Thank you very much.
Bleib nicht, wo du bist. Ganz egal, wie es dort ist. Es ist immer schön.